My Lord, good morning, y'all.
Morning, everybody.
Inside, give it what we know. 5716, your boy Big Frank, electing the Big Frank in the morning. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My homegirl Jay Sheree in the building. What it is, what's up? How you feeling?
I'm good. You know, just chilling on this Friday.
No, it's definitely
real chill.
I hear you. Listen.
Today.
Listen, woke up late this morning. Woke up.
Yeah.
But it's all right. It's okay. It's all right. I'm good this morning. I'm a little bit heated this morning. I'm not gonna hold y'all.
The man's got a lot on his mind.
Yeah. I just feel some type of way. I do. I'm not gonna hold you. I do. I'm not gonna talk about that yet.
Sure.
I'm that one for sure because I still gotta go back. I gotta go back another couple nights and do some stuff. So,
okay.
I'll hold up on that one. But when it comes down to community, I'm really concerned. The church, I'm really concerned. The church really just the people who are in the community. I'm just concerned. So got some concerns there, and I was with some youth yesterday who assisted me in creating a commercial. Mm-hmm. Had a conversation with them, and that wasn't. I'm like, dang, like really, and that wasn't the best situation they're going through. So forgive me if I seem a little bit aggressive on this morning. It's going down. Listen, do me a favor, like, subscribe, and share. You're on YouTube, we're on Facebook. Do me a favor, just tell people, get over here, join the conversation. When we get back, we're going to get into Big Girl Chronicles.
Please don't take it personal. But if it touches home, I can't.
Absolutely. It's going down. Big Frank in the morning. Jay Sheree on fire. 716. Let's go.
Yeah.
What you doing? Looking like that.
Here's Daniel.
Yeah.
Okay. Good morning. Good morning. How you doing? Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the table this morning.
Thanks. Good morning, y'all. How y'all living out there in the world?
Yeah.
Pardon me, I'm trying to get my display out. There we go. What's up?
Nothing. We just chilling with people, trying to do our due diligences and things. with the peoples and everything and things and everybody's, you know.
Heard. So I got a community fight today in my spirit.
Yeah. So I'm gonna let Frank have his moments and feelings.
Yeah,
I
because
mean,
I'm okay. I'm glad to talk about it. But I don't want to see. Boy,
I mean, it is behind the scenes.
no, but this is a scene that's seen. It's a scene that is seen. I don't know if I want to give my opinion just yet.
I got you.
All right, so I won't give you. I won't give you details. I'll just say what I gotta say. After we've shouted as a church, people in the church doing it. I don't have time to debate who the church. You know who the church is. Keep calm. But all right, we're in church. We shout, praise, prophesy. We get deliverance. We attempt to compel them to come. But what is the position of the church currently? Not what it's supposed to be, not the projection. What is the position of the church currently in the community? I remember the days where, in Buffalo more so, where Elam would build and create development their area, refuge, get the little fruit belt. That I remember those times. But I'm not. I personally, I don't see the involvement aggressively of the church in the community. I see sporadic moments, but I remember when the church had power. I'm not talking about heal and deliverance power,
right?
Because I know we got power.
Talking about power.
But I think that but I think that as crazy as it sounds, the very community who looks for the church for help is the same community that dogs the church.
Right.
And I think that we've taken a back seat because of the dogging. Let them dog. And you continue to be the echo and the essence of what God was and is in the earth. And I believe that we're failing in that regard. Not knocking revivals, not knocking impartation, or not knocking the build up for, but where's the reach? Where's the reach? Where's the reach? And I get everybody's not. I'm saying like this. Where are the evangelists and that go out intentionally? I'm not talking about I can't cross somebody and I'm in this. Intentionally, I'm going out to avail myself to get souls. I don't see that anymore. Who's compelling them to come? Because how do you change the community if you don't change your mind? Yeah, I can't get my kid to be like me, I gotta be like Christ. Mm-hmm. But that's not real.
I mean, I get it. Like, I remember I actually asked this question when George Floyd died.
Uh-huh.
I asked this question and I was like, okay, everybody else is marching, everybody else is protesting, everybody else is saying something, but the church is really quiet. And it bothers me because it wasn't just his death, but it was kind of like Jesus was a social justice guy. And I mean, Jesus, a social justice savior. And I said, even though, he wasn't out there marching with picket signs, he was a very social justice Jesus. And I was like, where's the prevention to stop the George Floyds from the church? Right. And I kind of got backlash from it because it was just like, well, just because we in church, that don't mean we should be out there marching and stuff like that. And I was like, but if our Savior was about social justice, why shouldn't we? Right. Like, and it was a silence, especially in Buffalo. It was a silence with the exception of a few people who did like rallies and they did some concerts, but it was a silence from churches as a whole. Yeah. And that bothered me, because I was like, we supposed to be out here too.
Right.
You know, like if my leg would have been okay with it,
Mhm.
I'd have been out there, not just protesting, but like, yo, there's a way to do the like. There is a way.
And my thing is, and like even with the walking and the protesting, I think it's like once that's over, because I get it, I understand the stance, and I respect those that do participate. I've been out there, I've done it. But then, what is the plan of action thereafter? What have we put in place? What have we done? After we stood up, you know, who put pressure? Who's putting pressure on the officers in the community? Who's putting pressure on the lieutenant or whoever? Who's putting the pressure on them? What's that? I said they got to report to us every day, but listen, what's going on today? And then what are we putting in place also to teach people how to conduct themselves? Like, what are we availing to the kids, to the children? And I talk about Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls has 2 community centers. One geared not towards us, maybe 3. Maybe, yeah. Boys and Girls Club. Oh, the Resource Center hasn't been a resource center, and we do events maybe. Resource Center, and there's a resource center that can capture reports somewhere. Which can't really get to, but it's in that community, but whatever. But it's like, I need the church to become more active. I don't see that currently. There's one guy, I think Charles Walker, who was a previous council member. He's been more prevalent because he's council member. And I see people from church doing stuff, but it's like, yo, where's the church coming? Where's the spirit? Because you can't do it by yourself. So it's not about, it's not ministry, it's my church. I get it. I know why you need members. I comprehend. I comprehend church. I comprehend business. I comprehend bills got to be paid. I comprehend. But there has to be a community, a consistent community objective of building, restoring, and transforming. I remember before somebody crashed into Mount Arab.
Yeah.
The center over there was open and available going in there. But it's like, where we at now? And then also understanding that the culture of people is different. Shouting, I love, give God praise. But you're going to have to push past the emotional side at some point and get to the raw and the real of the people. I just feel like we lack it. That's just my personal opinion. I feel like we lack it as a church.
I feel like you're lying.
I know COVID had a slight role. I'm not gonna blame COVID. I'm not. Because prior to COVID, we still was like it.
Right.
We got social media.
What can we do?
So
that would be my question. Because I've always been a staunch supporter of things.
Mm-hmm.
But
so I believe in providing them, because there's parents already in the struggle. So you have to provide them resources to get them out of the struggle. But we got 10 seconds.
Morning, everybody.
To run into Big Girl Chronicles, and we'll get back in on that good old topic. J3, it's on you.
What's good, everybody? You already know what time it is. It is Big Girl Chronicles. And in this edition of Big Girl Chronicles, I just want to ask a simple question. Where are you going looking like that? The reason why I'm asking this question is because I don't know what it is about the city of Buffalo and surrounding areas where we are just okay with going anywhere looking any old kind of way. We will go to Walmart in pajama pants and a bonnet. We will go to the grocery store in booty shorts and a bonnet. We will go everywhere. college campuses in a bonnet. And I had to ask the question, where are you going looking like that? And the reason why I'm asking this question is because we cannot continue to keep saying that we're trying to get to the millionaire mindset and we're trying to secure the bag and we're trying to, I'm going to be the first millionaire in my family. You're not going to be the first millionaire in your family. Going to the store in pajama pants, run over Uggs, and a bonnet. You have to look like where you are going. And even as, God has been dealing with me about my wardrobe and the change because I'm very eccentric, but I'm very chill. God has been dealing with me with if I'm going to be the millionaire He's called me to, so it's time for me to change my wardrobe, change my look. And I've been perfectly okay with that because I understand there's certain doors I can't walk into looking any kind of way. I can't go into a business office asking them to be a sponsor for my ministry or my business, and I'm looking the way that I'm looking right now on the radio. You know what I'm saying? I can't go in there in a sweatshirt and jeans. I have to go in there looking like the millionaire I already am. And we have to stop saying, well, this is just who I am, and I'm just heading out the house. I'm just going to the store. You don't know who is willing to invest in you just walking to those places.
Yeah.
And if you continue to keep having this mindset of, I'm just going to look this way until it's time, you're never going to make it there. You can't say I'm called to the nations and you know nothing about culture. You can't go in China or Japan. You can't roll up in certain places with a daggone bonnet on and some dirty sweatpants and Uggs. It's not appropriate. And they will look at you as an uneducated person because they're judging your exterior.
Yeah.
Even though we always push, well, it's what's inside. No, when you see a present for Christmas, the way it's wrapped is what intrigues you, even if you don't know what's inside. Same basic principle. So in this edition of Big Girl Chronicles, I admonish you to take a look at your wardrobe, take a look at your presentation, and ask if the reason that you haven't been able to get into those certain doors that you're looking for is because of how you look. We got to keep bonnets in the house, people.
Yes,
we got to stop wearing dirty sweatpants and dirty hoodies and expecting people to respect us when we're trying to make deals and things like that. And understand that even as a business person, you can't always close at Applebee's. You have to be well conditioned and well maintained and understand that sometimes you may have to go to a 5-star restaurant and know what more than one fork looks like. These are just basic knowledge, y'all, because you're beautiful. Mm-hmm. You're intelligent, and you're graceful.
And some of y'all dusty. That's the problem. You're just dusty, okay? Now I got my dusty days. My wife be like, Frank, boy, you just leave me alone.
You're just dust.
Definitely, I think it's also do with self-value. Like, where are you going? And when you don't know, you wear clothes that look like you don't know. But I'm trying to get to a place, okay? I'm trying to be somebody. If you want to go somewhere,
you gotta wake up and pay attention.
When we get back, question of the day: does size really matter?
I'm gonna explain.
No. Let that settle in your spirit. Right? It's going down for a Big Frank in the morning. Let's go.
I know that. Anyway.
I will explain what it means. Okay, so for all the pervs on here, it's not what you think. It is not about, male penises. Okay, penises. So the story behind me asking is because I was reading this story, and this guy met this girl. She was nice, she was sweet, real wonderful, but because she was 350 pounds, he wouldn't pursue her. 5 years later, he runs into her. She's 150 pounds. Now he wants to get with her. Does the size really matter? Should the size really matter?
Listen.
Because he was like, oh, hey, what's going on? And the girl like, oh, so but you trying to talk to me now that I'm small. Like, so does size really matter? Because size does not determine the personality.
I hear you talking, and it sounds good, but I'm just going to be very honest with you, okay? If I have a type, here we go. If I have a type, okay? And you might have a great personality. And watch this. Unless you sneak in with vocabulary that persuades me differently. I have a type, there's certain things that I like and that I don't like. I'm gonna just say how I hear it, okay, because you know what I'm gonna say. There are those who just like BBWs.
That's a fact.
those who just enjoy.
My boy.
Absolutely, nothing less than. We're not playing nothing. We're not
boy, I ain't gonna call your name out.
And there's some people who like real skinny. I'm not talking about. I'm talking about borderline. Oh, you bones and skin. Like So I think that if there is no attraction, there is no attraction. I am not physically attracted to you in this current state. Right. It's just, I'm so sorry. For me, and I'm just going to be you just call whatever you want to call it. Now, just the thought, I don't.
No, the only reason why. Okay, so in continuance to the story, because the story says that he saw her, was like, oh, she lost a lot of weight, but he remembered how sweet and kind and wonderful she was. So it was like, not only is she sweet and kind and wonderful, but now she looked like this, so now I want to talk. So that's why it really mattered, because all the characteristics she was when she was 350, she still was now. So when you remembered her, you remembered her characteristics, not her body. Right. But now in your mind, the body I'm
gonna say something.
But at three, but being a bigger person, I'm just be honest. Just be honest.
What Bruce said.
What he said.
He said he left. Big girl tried to talk to me. He had to tell her, "Look, girl, I'm big, you big. We can't do nothing. What are we gonna do?"
Side by side breathing, trying to find.
But what I was gonna say was like, because as far as the story goes, does size matter? As far as you as a person, no, it doesn't. But as far as your attraction to somebody else, yes, it does. I will always want to be around somebody with a great personality. But that doesn't mean I want to be in a relationship with somebody just because they have a good personality. Your personality will keep me around, but like Frank said, and just like with anything, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not physically attracted to you in any way, shape, or form, then I'll never see you in that light.
So you have the ability to.
Now, like you said, your personality just so fired that after a while of us being friends, I'm like, I don't care. This is my girl. That's different. You know what I mean? Because it happens more than you know.
It depends on the delivery because.
Plus, if you can cook, you know what I'm saying?
Because if I haven't, I'm just gonna be honest. If I haven't seen you, right, and we're in conversation and we're talking, and you happen to make love to my mind, you got a challenge we don't talk about. I have a preconceived notion or idea of what you look like in my mind, based on conversation, based on these things, and based on how much you might have said. But sometimes, once I've seen that now there's a shock factor because the way that I perceive you to look or to be on my mindset isn't what's presented to me, and I have a choice to make. Okay. Do I want to give this a chance because it can become something great? Or do I just take the fact that because I'm not physically attracted to you, because it's a physical attraction, that I don't want to go through this route. And it's not always somebody being a bigot or you just low-minded, whatever you want to say, but sometimes it's like, you know what? I know that I'm not physically attracted to you. So why am I going to get myself into this relationship and this commitment? If we have great conversation, we can talk all day long, but you're going to want some affection. I'm not compelled to give you that because I'm not attracted to you in this current and that's just a real fact in this current state.
So I'm gonna just be the opposite side, just cause.
I had a situation.
I'm gonna be on the opposite side of this, just cause. Not to say I disagree, but for debate purposes, I'm gonna be on the other side. Do it. But that's the thing. So. The person, before you meet them, they make love to your mind. They intellectually stimulate you. They are everything that in your mind that's checking off boxes. But what if you find out they're on their journey to losing weight.
That's a different conversation.
But then, see, the thing with this guy is she was on her journey, but he completely dismissed her before.
Did he know that her journey?
He dismissed her before even got into that conversation because it was, oh, she 350. No, not knowing that she was on her journey, and I have seen this a lot with plus size women because I'm on my journey right now. And I've had dudes be like, yo, I would so talk to you if you was smaller. And I'm not gonna lie, my comment was not godly. And I'm not gonna repeat that on the radio. But like, suppose I met somebody and he like, yo, she checked all the boxes. She is on this journey. I would rather you stick with me because I'm about to be I'm
gonna be your friend. We can be friends. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not okay. Because
I was gonna say, damn, I would be everybody friend. What? You cool people?
Because
homie. Right now, homie.
Just because you on a journey, don't mean you gonna succeed. Just because you on a journey, don't mean you gonna stay on the pathway. So, you're not gonna like the word you're not gonna like the word that I just said in my mind that I'm ready to say out loud. Okay. I'm about to sideline you and watch you. Well, that's my friend.
That's why I hold it. I still we see each other in public.
Because I've seen it where, like, you know, dudes that were not necessarily physically attracted to big women, like, they actually, like, chimed, like, they was like, yo, if you want to drink, I'm gonna go with you. Like, let's go to the gym together. This kind of situation.
I ain't gonna lie, that be boys.
But it wasn't.
Like
that's the thing, they weren't sticking around.
My man's like, yo, all right, well, come on, we 5 days a week. What's up? Show me.
But they weren't sticking around. They weren't sticking around just to see if she was gonna be a bet. They was like, yo, like, I'm into you. This is what you really gonna do. I'm a rock with you.
Listen, you guys gonna be some more rocks. I'm not knocking. Okay, let me see. But this is the part of me just being an observant person. All right, don't tell me you on your journey and now we out here busting down fries, macaroni and cheese, collard greens, and cornbread, and we just chilling, relaxing, and we don't count talking to you. I don't see the steps. I'm talking more than just sipping the tea and pooping. You know, so and this is the part where you got to observe, and this is where let's see.
But then that makes me like, then as a woman, they're like, so your interest is contingent on me being on this journey.
Just like health insurance, just like life insurance. If you're a certain weight, they're not going to check your credentials in your whole life story. They're not about to. If you say a thing, you good. But if you're over a certain size, they're going to go through all your records, a certain size, to see if you'll last in a relationship. Yeah. I'm going to call my relationship life insurance. That's what this is, life insurance. Not saying that you got to be big, but you want to be healthy. All right. But you can't knock a person for what they like. I'm not gonna knock you. Everybody don't like you.
And I also been like, and coming from a different place.
Yeah.
It's more socially acceptable for a dude to be bigger than a woman. Depending on location.
Big dudes been coming back for a little while.
Big dudes is like, yo, it's big boy season. The girls is like looking for the big dudes. The only time that you could be a plus size woman and it's acceptable in this country, I'm not talking about like going to Africa, but in this country, is down south. Because down south, they like the thicker woman.
But down south, they can cook a certain way. I'm like, yo.
Up north?
Because
it's a promotion of it's the big boys and the skinny girls.
I'm gonna tell you why. You mean I like it?
I don't know because I don't like.
Because if I like for Frank, no.
Let me not lie. Like I ain't been.
No, I'm not.
Right. Well, that's why. So you had a couple of.
But my thing is for Frank,
she had a big head. Though.
I like, and that is just me being who I am. I like petite. I'm a married man. I'm a husband and a father. Keep calm. She a daddy, okay? Can't believe that guy said that. No, I truly like petite women. Period.
But some of the women you have talked to have not been petite.
I was gonna say.
But who have I talked to that's been big?
I'm not gonna put her name out there.
Who? Oh, didn't talk to that. That was a desire. You won't say.
I'm done.
But no, definitely
What Frank is
one
saying,
out of the
what Frank is saying in layman's terms is that if he
out of the number. but then that was me. That was me giving.
You want to be able to pick you up.
Yeah. Stepping outside. And then goes it. Not like that. Not because of that, but that's just a type that I have. Mm-hmm. I'm not. This is just Frank once again. So my wife has this. I'm not a big booty man. Mm-hmm. It's just not my. I like. I'm gonna tell all my little secrets.
He married though.
Well,
like, don't even come in his inbox.
Right. I like that. And I like. This is my radio show. Because I'm married. I like who my wife is. Well, she got the butt. Absolutely. She's shaped. Boom. And she talking about, after these babies, I want to get some implants. Don't go too big because I don't have a desire. I'm not knocking those that do, who are heavy and down, whatever. It's just not to me. The things that I like. So you can't dismiss me for what I like. This is what I like. Until I'm exposed to something brand new, and I make the decision to try, maybe we'll get something different. Because you can't be persuaded outside of your personal limit.
Right.
You know, I'm not gonna hold you. You can't. Like I said, even for the lady, if the conversation is far enough, and it is, bam, okay. Yeah. And in that time frame, like I said, I may not been open in the beginning to try. I might go for it. Might now the situation might trigger me to go for the next one. If it happens like that, it may give me a chance, you know, because I missed this opportunity here.
Right.
So it's just
because, like, I was like, when we asked the question a while ago, like, based on these shows, stuff like that, that's honestly real talk. That's why I would choose Love Is Blind. Mm-hmm. Not because, like, 90 Day Fiance, I just feel like it's weird. But, like, case in point, this season of Love Is Blind, there was this dude on here. Everybody can't stand him. His name is Shay. Mm-hmm. He got engaged to this girl, Deepti. Deeps is amazing. Like, and she was not big. Deeps is beautiful. But, like, in the process before he actually got with Deeps, the whole point is to not get the person's physical physique. This dude will ask questions like, if we go to a concert and I want to put you on my shoulders, am I going to struggle getting you on my shoulders? Like, the whole point was not to be, like, in your mind, like, trying to get the physique. And that's why, like, everybody was like, you came on this experiment for the wrong reason. Because, like, one girl was just like, you're an a-hole. Like, why would you ask that question? And he was like, so you must be fat. Like, and it was, at the time, she wasn't even like, she was not.
And there's a dude on there right now who, both of them are like Iranian, that's probably not the word, Arabic maybe, or something.
Iranian is a thing.
Yeah, but they don't date the same kind.
That's the person I'm talking about, the guy.
Yeah, so he doesn't.
Deeps was like, she was in for it. She was on for it.
Right, but even outside of that conversation, they both mentioned, you know, I tap into cake when necessary. But I seen the episode or the segment where they were talking, and they were like, oh yeah, I don't. This is something that's very much real. I don't date our kind of people. I don't date brown skinned people. Mm-hmm. Period.
They like blonde hair.
They like blonde hair, blue. Oh, and both of them was like that. And what happens is culturally, I know real life people. She doesn't date. She just can't. Then later on, I heard the guy say, she's like an aunt or something to me.
Yeah, he said he felt like he was sleeping with her, be like sleeping with his aunt.
Aunt or something. So it's like that. So then the question is, do I? And this is the choice of the man or that person. Do you open yourself up to experience this, or do you be like, you know, I'm not even about to go ahead and?
But see, when they first,
I've always been the type to see where things go. That's how I've always.
But when they first met, he was like, "Oh my God, you're gorgeous." Grabbed her booty and then whispered her in the ear, "I'm gonna get you pregnant." Like, so when you first met her,
I can't do stuff like that.
You still thought she was beautiful, even when you first met her. Mm-hmm. So, like, if you didn't think she was attractive when you firt met her, why would you say, "Oh my God, you're gorgeous"? Grab her booty and then tell her she's pregnant.
That's what you needed to hear. And I'm horny because I ain't been nowhere. Number one. Number two, he then went back and told somebody else a whole different situation. Okay? Because we are men, not even that we're just men, but in the process of the game of pursuit to get buns. He will tell you what you need. He talking your game. Talking your game. Oh, nah, you so cute.
You out here just
Just try to.
You out here just shooting shots.
It's actually, a hormone.
Yeah.
Hormone with good conversation. And I'm not saying that everything is always just physical. People, like I said, you can get away with things, and we're going to go ahead and stop this. I'm not gonna let this play out.
Sometimes you just want to.
It's the paper that's ripped.
Sometimes you just want to have a nice conversation.
Right. It's the paper that's ripped that we work with.
5716, your boy Big Frank, left to the Big Frank in the morning. Listen, the conversation getting a little hot. Getting hot and heavy. Getting hot and heavy. It's going down.
Yeah.
So today, Jason, you always want to come in here.
I like to start stuff.
Light flame.
Because I can.
And the question of the day is, does size does size really matter? Not necessarily size of your, which is the pinnacle.
That's it.
Not the P15.
P15. Not the P-nices.
Size of the person.
But the size of the person. Y'all give that storyline and let us know what's going on with that again.
So the storyline is this guy meets this girl. She has a great personality. They go on a date. She even paid for the date. Like,
she already went for me.
He's like, I like her personality, but she was 350 pounds, so he passed on her. And then 5 years later, he runs into her. She is no longer 350 pounds. She's like $150. He remembers her personality, but then tries to holler, and the girl and that. It was like, yo, I'm the same person I was when you first met me. You said you remember my personality.
That's what y'all do.
You said you remember my personality. I would have the same personality at 350. So she kind of stiffed on your man. But the question is the size really matter? Because the first thing he said was, I remembered her personality, and that's what made me want to talk to her.
What I'm about to say is not proper. I probably shouldn't say this in the preacher. Otherwise, I got to get off the radio. You weren't the same person. You was two people.
That's
so rude. That's so rude.
So this is my last broadcast.
No. I just feel like you can't knock somebody for their type. You just can't. Just can't. There's different people for different. I know that the ratio to men and women is just different, but
But the thing that throws off this story is that he didn't say, "Oh my God, her body is different," and I want to talk to her. He said, "I remembered her personality and who she was."
So like I said before. Okay, so I said this earlier. I was like, your personality is what's gonna keep me around.
Right.
Before when I met you, I wasn't attracted to you.
Yeah.
Your personality though was fire. I don't mind being around your personality. So when I seen you again and you was banging, I remember the thing that kept me to you. It's just that now I'm also physically attracted to you.
And what happens, and then what Daniel said, because though he did not say it with words, the fact that he wanted to pursue just means, oh, you've caught my attention. And what apparently, if you was where you was at 5 years ago, you wouldn't have caught my attention. I would have been, oh, hey, you kept moving.
Out here, Chris Brown. Now.
Just keep moving. But the fact that you caught my attention, which means that you caught my appetite, which means that you caught my eye, which means that you look good today.
But that's the thing, and this is kind of where I do get a little aggy with men, just a little bit, because not as a big woman, but even if this girl is in your eyes a baddie now, and y'all get together and then y'all get married and she gained weight, then it's gonna be like, oh, okay, I want a divorce now because she gained weight.
No, because then here we go. Keep that same energy. Now, because you can bend, you can go ahead and go back, but you, if she was to give him play, you would know. Okay, listen now, baby girl, you know what I like. Now, like you did, I didn't like you then. So we have to work hard to maintain where we are. Number one. Number two, there's a difference between getting big together. Okay,
that's true. That's very true. And I ain't gonna lie, got that with somebody.
And then it's also the more you bring to the table as your person in totality. It's different between. If my wife got sick right now, I'm not about to dismiss her. If she got big as a house, biggest house, can't move like a mouse, okay? Because understand, we're on our second pregnancy, let's get it. We cook, we move, we've gone, and it's the details of the go through. Because people are, oh, she got big. No, it's not the fact, oh, she just got big. So now I'm physically unattracted to her. No, there are other elements involved sometimes in becoming unattracted to a person. I tell you this all the time, because in relationship, in marriage, you and that person will evolve to new people on a regular basis. And if you're not growing together, you're not communicating together, one is going to advance without the other. And now you're unequally yoked, and now we got a problem. My beef is not the fact that you just got big. My beef might be the fact that you haven't been getting up to yet. You have no pursuit of any dreams. You're not adding anything. I'm trying to be provider, husband, all this, and I'm not. So the factors involved is not just, oh, you big. Now, if somebody's dismissing someone just on size alone, that can change. That can be arranged because we're already in this. You get what I'm saying? And becoming big is life. Life is real. Life hit. It can be a car accident. It can be whatever. So for a man to say, oh, I'm dismissing her now that she's big and she's fat and I'm unattractive. Man, you big, you fat. You only got 30 seconds. Right? Keep going.
But no, you represent the moral minorities. I promise you, because like I have literally seen men get with women, and in their eyes they was baddies, and when they gained weight, it was like, oh, this ain't gonna work no more.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you.
I ain't gonna lie. Like, okay, so because I ain't gonna say no names again, but very close cousin of mine, right? He loves going to the gym. Mm-hmm. Going to the gym is his therapy. Being fit is his life style. So for him, and he tells people this prior because he ain't got it to hide. His thing is, yo, I like going to the gym. I like working out. If you don't go to the gym and if you don't work out, we can't be in a relationship. Right. You can get pregnant and have kids, fine. But yo, we gotta get back to the gym and get back to this life because I am only attracted to you as long as we both is fit. Because he'll tell you, because I'm gonna stay fit.
Right.
So if you ain't gonna stay fit with me,
right. You
know,
and I'm not gonna hold you. And I believe he has every right to say those words and say those things. What happens is, because you always gonna tell the man, do what you did to get me. Keep doing what you did to keep me. Keep doing what you did to maintain.
Where was that love?
Because that's crap. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. When a man, if y'all in a relationship, y'all get married, a man get big, well, baby, just take me how I am. You know, I love you. But if she ain't getting no weight and you gain weight, no.
But she has every right to do the same thing to leave. You ain't got to stay.
No, because men be like, so I gained some weight now. You want to be, you know?
I don't know no man.
You just gonna love me. You just gonna love me.
I'm gonna tell you this. If any man, now this goes to all of y'all. If any man get big in a relationship and then be all upset when a girl be like, "Yo, fam, you really wildin'. You weak, bruh. You gon' weak. You're weak.
Either you gonna change.
And I'ma say it like I say it on the street. You're a weak nigga, bro. Don't ever come up here, bro. Try to play me.
No, like legit. And you have to be okay with it. If I, your husband, tell you, they now, okay?
You know. Now, mind you, if I get big because all I do is work and I'm providing this bread, that's different.
No, it's still getting
to
big.
Me. That's
because
different
if all she do is work, it contributes to the house.
If all she do is work, if she like working in the house, working in the house,
I'm going to be this person. I'm going to talk about. I'm going to knock on my own front door. Okay. If I am with you and I love you, then my love hasn't faded. But if you want this sexual attraction and you want these spices and herbs inside this room called bed, okay, you want this well-seasoned. Yeah, just like I was gonna say, I don't know, this well-seasoned experience, you're gonna want to be attractive to each other. That's something that you should want to do.
Right.
Okay. But things change.
No,
things shift.
No, things change. Slowly. No, I'm not talking about being all perky and young. No, we're evolving together, making sure that we're doing our best for each other. Listen, if I tell you as your partner, my wife can say it to me, Frank, you're getting too big. Granted, that means I gotta. Am I hurting my feelings a little bit? Dang, nigga, but they love the big man out. You know, if I say something slick, but I'm responsible, okay, because I want to be not only a provider and a good father, I do want to be attractive for my wife. So therefore, I'm going to do what's required to be attractive and vice versa. And then if I understand, you have to understand that when life does happen, that there are certain, you get certain loopholes.
Right.
I'm not going to knock you if you got a thyroid problem,
Right.
and then that triggers something else. At least that's medical. Okay, I'm not knocking you for medical. I'm not knocking you to the fact that, oh, you were in a car accident, now you're injured, now you're going through recovery, and now we got to deal with depression, anxiety, dealing with stuff. And this is the difference between being a boyfriend, girlfriend, and being a husband, and before the Lord, and being committed to somebody. That's why you need to go ahead and calm down and sit down somewhere and start trying to give it everything that's hopping, dropping, and bopping. Because you can be a baddie and be trash.
Facts.
I know you can be. I'm gonna say this, and then y'all like, you can be a baddie, have it together, look like you're doing, and you ain't got no playback in the playroom. It's going down, Big Frank, in the morning. We'll be back. More conversation. Follow us on Facebook, YouTube. It's going down. 5716 Radio. Let's go.
Facts. Okay, I'm excited now.
That was.
Oh, we up subscribers.
I'm excited now.
There.
Sure, I was gonna say, I was like, shoot, because Big Mama, she about to be big now. She wasn't always big. She was cooking enough.
But that's the thing, and like with some women with menopause, when you taking the hormones and stuff like that, you gain weight.
Which my thing
Like,
is, I'll be real with you. My thing is, if we married, I love you. You know, once we start getting up there in the age or whatever, you know, who freaking cares? Like,
But it's different, but it is real.
Like, hey, I'm like, yo, you love me? Cool.
Right.
That's all.
But once if you have that conversation with your significant other, and I tell you, it's up to you to make the adjustment or the change.
Sure.
Or if not, what's going to happen is grant our commitment.
I ain't gonna cheat or nothing, but you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have words.
Grant our commitment. Grant what we've built together. Grant what we've done, and nobody can replace that.
Like me, I'm a firm believer in being healthy. As long as you healthy, I don't care. You healthy, fine. You know what I'm saying? I'm healthy, fine. Let's be healthy. You know what I mean? Yeah, we gonna get. Well, we not, because I'm not a girl, but we gonna get pregnant. You know what I mean? We gonna go through stuff. You know what I mean? We gonna have a couple months where we just eating random stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. I get it, because you know we just having fun at this point. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But we gotta get back healthy though. Yeah. Eventually, because I love you too much. You need to die for me. So, right. So, you know, I'm like, yo, we gotta be healthy. That's all I care about. If like right now, I'm 284.
Morning, Julian.
I feel real healthy right now. I still want to get to 250, but I ain't gonna say it ain't God will because it ain't. Well, I ain't gonna say it. I also ain't gonna say it God. But if things happen and I just stay 280 something, I'm fine because I feel healthy. You know, I don't have crazy shortness of breath. Not crazy. Mm-hmm. You know, my blood pressure ain't crazy high. Cool. You know what I'm saying? You know, same thing with my woman. You know, 220, you good. This is you being healthy. You know what I mean? Fine. You know what I mean? Whatever, keep your blood pressure around 120 over 80. I'm just trying to live with you. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's how I am. I feel like that's most.
Yeah, but you know, for me, I need to reduce my weight size. I'm doing it a little bit.
That's not most.
I'm probably like that's most dudes that are worth any metal.
I'm probably
at the end of the day.
I'm probably like,
you know. So like, you know, shoot, my boy, he always talking about, you know, a girl being bad and this, that, and the third, and he always with a girl that's a big girl or whatever. And my other man's be like, bro, what you talking about? She ain't this, and third. And I just be like, yo, bro, she cool people? Fine. You know what I mean? That's what you like? Cool. Ain't nothing wrong with you liking that. That's what you like. Fine. You know what I mean? I got your back. You know what I mean? You know, as long as she ain't trash. That is always my mentality. As long as she's not a terrible person. As long as she's not a terrible person, bro, I don't care. Because I know cute girls that I used to think was cute, and then they open their mouth after a while, and I'm like, yo, what was I thinking? Like,
what was I thinking? Like stinking thinking.
I don't know what I was thinking. Like, it's terrible. So I feel about Stacey Dash. I used to think Stacey Dash was fine. And she started talking, and now I can't. She Voldemort to me. You know what I'm saying? She has disappointed me on a cultural level.
Stacey Dash don't love herself.
My DNA gets upset with me when I say the name. So,
like, but that's the thing. Like I like a lot of people say stuff like, "Oh my God, she could be a baddie, but her personality and stuff like that." And it's like, I have seen dudes chase after baddies. And stay with baddies, and they're all the way trash. They don't do nothing.
I know.
They don't cook. They don't clean. They don't like.
Because I know dudes that just like toxic females in general. You know what I mean? Terrible people. Nothing. You know what I mean? Shoot. Who brought it up to me one day? I forgot who I was talking to. No, it's crazy. I was talking to Nathan, and Nate was like, "You know what? I don't like big girls, but if I ever met one who kept herself together, he'd be like, shoot, I wouldn't care." And I was like, I heard you. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's not your weight that's unattractive. Sometimes it's how you carry yourself.
Right, that's what we're saying.
You know what I mean?
Everybody don't carry it.
No, I ain't gonna front. Most big girls I know, they killing game. Killing the game. I was like, yo, where the style come from? I ain't got it. Put it out there.
Because we are amazing people.
Got it.
We're freaking amazing.
I do not have I don't have the insight and passion to ever pull an outfit just clean off. You will never see me make one up. Like, you know what I mean? Ever. Just keep it me. Keep it being myself.
We're freaking amazing people.
You know?
It's awesome.
That's mad. You know, I still got pictures with. Sure, still got pictures with you. With the
I'm telling you, my wife just dressed me sometimes, but then I just be like,
oh no, yeah, again. I got it that one day that you came to church and you had the white shirt on with the blazer.
Oh, and the Frank's green tie.
I was like, yo, my sister's out here killing the game today.
Brilliant.
Like, wherever we go, we going today.
But that's the thing, like, and even I was a little bit smaller then. I was a lot smaller then. But like, even my goodbye party, the goodbye party I had when I left for New York, same basic principle, except I was in a skirt and chucks. And it was like, yo, you killing it out here. This is big girl flyness. Like,
I ain't even tried.
I dress because I'm big girl flyness. Don't sleep on us. Just saying.
You know, so that that's my thing. I'm gonna put that out there for all women. You know what I mean? Sometimes it ain't your size. Sometimes it's how you present yourself. Like you said earlier, you see a present, you like, okay, it's all about the rapping. Same thing. That's all I'm saying.
Huh?
I said just like how she said earlier about the present. Present is rap. If you ain't rap, you're like, wait.
5716, your boy Big Frank, like in the Big Frank in the morning. What it is? What's up? It's going down. It is 34 minutes past the top of the hour. It is a weather outside. What's up, party people? Wherever you may be across the world, what it is, how you doing, how you breathing. You're locked in. The Big Frank in the morning. This is Big Frank, the Dark Knight, and Jay Cherie in the building.
Why did he go to the radio with the smooth trying to talk to you across the room voice? Hey, how you doing?
He's married.
I'm a married man, probably to be married because she is a baddie and she's fire and she's last and she's somebody. The Bible. Not the Bible.
Talk to him, Frank. Anyway,
Or not.
I don't know because some people get it twisted. People assume. Listen, some people just pray on married men. That's just a real thing. Okay, they just don't believe. Number one, number two. Yeah, that's it. They just try to know. Every young lady that be around. I'm like, oh yeah, and my wife. I definitely emphasize the wife phase. Okay, not for attraction to let you know that this ain't nothing. Because there's nothing like walking to a young lady and her assuming that you're going to talk to her. No, I'm not talking, girl. Because no eye contact. Yeah, my wife told me to get. Oh, okay, yeah. Cause come on, get calculated. You bad, but you're not pulling this. Okay, I'm God's chosen vessel. All right, so.
And I will drag you if you try.
I'm God's chosen vessel.
Because I love my sister.
Listen, so Ryan, can I say last name? Coogler, Black Panther director, was mistaken for a robber and detained by Atlanta police. So, it's not funny because number one. So he goes in with the bag. He slides the teller the note that he wants to withdraw $12,000 and some instructions. And at first, when I first heard the story, I assumed that the teller was white. Mm-hmm. She was black.
Oh, that just makes the story out.
Yeah, because it wasn't as if it was like, oh, she could have still been racist because, you know, it was some slaves that got slaves for slaves, okay? Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that. But the way that she processed, like, the no passing.
That sounds. I ain't gonna front. And passing no is mad suspicious.
But you know, it's Atlanta.
I get it, though.
That's what people do. Like when they
rob you. So he had the mask on. You know what I mean? Not communicate. Number one, there's glasses on.
That's all I'm saying.
Like, there's no communication at all.
My man came like he was trying to rob the place though.
No, I honestly get it because one, we're in Atlanta, and two, if you taking out 12,000 and other people hear that, they might come for you. Like I totally, in my mind, I get the no passing, bro, because it's kind of like I don't want people to know I'm out of here with 12 stacks.
Like, but then real spit, not knocking him because he ain't do nothing wrong, even though he looked hella suspicious. But at the same time, that's when you go to the office with the bank. Like, yo. I'm not even going to the teller. Right. I'm gonna stay here till she called me or he called me. Yeah. So then I can go there like, yo, bro.
But I think he wanted a quick transaction today because they're in the process of making Black Panther 2, and a lot of medical bills and stuff. This is going on, injuries and stuff like that. But it's like, damn.
But then I don't know because I struggle with.
You're not wrong.
I struggle even with a black teller. I struggle with bankers not believing that Black people can cash big checks. Like I don't.
Oh,
because we had
the check?
Like he was trying to withdraw the money from his account, but at the same, first of all, it wasn't like it was a note with no withdrawal form.
It's just
it's literally
you had a withdrawal form?
Like you have to have a withdrawal form to withdraw money. So it was like. Boom.
I just go in there, get my ID.
Well, you know, you just assume it. Maybe she's a little dyslexic. She just,
I think what it was is just, you, for the most part, when somebody passed you a note, real quiet. Somebody's trying to rob you. Like, I just think she just had regular common sense about being robbed. That's all. He ain't even say no words. You know what I'm saying? He ain't say, yeah, let me get that. Or like, can you get that on my account? Because, at least I would have said that. Like, yo, can you take that on my account?
I defend him because when he's famous.
Oh, I'm not
he's famous too. And like I said, you cannot walk into a bank and pass a note, especially if you're withdrawing money from an account especially 12,000, without a withdrawal form with the bank account information. I'm going to need you, ma'am, to use common sense.
So she went and told.
I'm just saying, I go to the bank. I don't have a withdrawal form. I just tell them.
You also wasn't withdrawing $12,000.
Hey,
right.
I ain't gonna put myself out there, but I done took out a pretty penny out there.
And then also, it depends how much they might have been lacking that day.
Yeah, they might.
That's $20,000. Right, bro. He can't take the 12.
So we got 12. So we got our bills, man.
I told you, bank money is fake money. I'm gonna say it again: big money, fake money. Judge me if you want to, but
it's the truth.
It's not real. Go to your bank.
You kind of just, move it to his checking account.
And just swipe. Just swipe.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, but no, definitely. But like I said, it's not the first time this has happened to a Black person.
The doctor,
and also little Boosie. Boosie that.
Like I said, my only thing is the passing. The passing of the note is just hella suspicious. Everything else, I'm down for. It's just the passing of the note without saying anything. Like I would at least be like, yo, can you take that out of my account? Anything. You know what I mean? But like
it's common sense if he has a withdrawal form.
I don't know if he has
one. Then the question is, and this is the step process. Watch it. She gets the note. Boom. So on this note should have been confirmation.
Right. All numbers, confirmation numbers.
You so I feel like it's an assumption going wrong. Okay,
right.
Based on the delivery of the note,
she was just like
the color of the skin. I'm gonna put it in there.
I don't think that's the color.
No, you know what? It's too much. It's too much TV. Okay, it's too much.
Most of all the artists I've ever seen somebody pass somebody a note, it's always been a white person passing somebody a note. So that's why I'm like,
sit down. This is a stick up. Oh, side note. This is bad random. I want to do this thing. Somebody might do it, but I want to do it, but I probably shouldn't do it. Where I yell into a place. Everybody, stop what you're doing. And just breathe, everything's gonna be okay. I want to go to Walmart. I want to go to Target. I want to do this. it's been itching at me.
Well, if you do it, call me first.
All
I
right.
see it.
I'm gonna videotape this, but please do it in Buffalo because you do it in the suburbs. You might die.
Yeah, I'll take it. It's just
But
everybody know what you do.
take
The
it.
Bible says.
If it be that, I will.
The
Okay?
Bible says use wisdom.
You know,
Right.
If
Consult
it
your sister wisdom and don't go on no trouble with about everybody hold on. And you a black man.
oh, absolutely. Not gonna shoot right away. It's not enough time of reaction. You got to know where you are. Okay, you got to know placement. I'm not out always in the open. Okay, sometimes you got to be hidden behind the bras underneath the stockings. Okay, you just got to be in random places.
I personally would like to see a video of you hiding underneath some stockings.
I'm gonna tell you.
Because I don't see how many stockings it's gonna take to cover you.
Listen, it's going down this morning. It's Big Frank in the morning. Jay Cherie on Fire 716 Radio is going down. Let's go. Let's get it.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, just suspicious looking. That's all I'm saying is that it looked suspicious. I'm not saying that he's wrong.
Yeah.
He right to take money out his account. I'm saying he looked.
But then I feel like it's Atlanta. I feel like Atlanta is
Atlanta is Mecca. But at the same time, somebody passing you a note looks like they're trying to rob you. It doesn't matter what your color of your skin is. You look like you're trying to rob you. Now, if you had a withdrawal form, which I've never used, but if you had a withdrawal form and passed her the withdrawal form and ain't say nothing, she wrong. But like I said, if you go there passing sticky notes,
no.
Like,
it was written on the I think it was written on the
passing me sticky notes. You know what I'm saying? I'm scared.
He had you had. I don't know what kind of bank you got that you just out here with this ID and not having to withdraw.
Oh yeah.
SEPQ, I never. I go to SEPQ. I be like, "This is my member number," and then that time, and well now because I've been to them so many times now, you can see me. They don't ask me these questions anymore. But like, they just ask you for ID at the time, and all they want to do is your name, and they just gonna type your name in. That's all it is. That's what I'm saying. I ain't never used no withdrawal form. I was like standing outside the line for half a minute, and I could already talk to, Sandy at the desk. Like Sandy already know me. Like, I look like I'm famous. Anyway.
Wow. At least you're not arrogant at all. I'm famous.
At the bank, I'm famous.
But yeah, to me, it just didn't make no sense. Like,
I'm just saying. Like,
if you, because like,
how many movies have you seen though? I'm just saying. It seems like how many movies have you seen where somebody just slipped them a note and then it's like, oh snap, you're getting robbed. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying he looks suspicious.
It was on the.
I'm glad they didn't kill you though, bro. Because
I would like to withdraw 12,000 cash from my checking account. Please do the money count somewhere else. I like to be discreet.
Like I said, it's just a note, bro. They write it on the withdrawal form. It's on
the withdrawal form, but there's no. It just says.
It's just a note. That's what I'm saying.
It says, "Do not write in this area."
It's on the withdrawal form, so she was wrong.
Yes and no, because it's on the withdrawal form, but it's not in the withdrawal process. You get what I'm saying? It's do not write in this area where he wrote in that area, but it's not filled out like 12,000. Again, it could be. I just don't see that part. But he said it's the discretion. I think the teller read this.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like I said, I didn't say he was wrong. I feel like she panicked. Because nobody has ever done that.
Nobody has ever before.
I feel like she just didn't read.
No one has done that before.
I think you read, but you slide me in.
Right. I think I'm getting right.
And I don't know, because on the other side is the account number. All the information should be on the other side, correct?
It should be, but I don't know because she slid. He slid it with his note on it. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, listen, I want to draw $12,000 account. Listen, to be fair with her, do the money count in the back because I don't want people to see all the money that's coming out. If you greatly appreciate it, it's the information. Thank you.
My thing is
versus.
All I'm saying is it could have all been avoided if he would have. When he slid her the note, he said, "Can you take that out my account?" That's all it needs, that verbal confirmation that you have money in this.
But if you have your account information, I should have to.
I don't know if he did because he He took it on the other side. He flipped the joint over,
right? So
rolled on it, and
well, they're not going to show on the internet. They're not going to show the front of the paper
right.
because
So
it's that kind of information will be.
It depends on delivery.
I was just saying that
Because
delivery
if you show me this way, right? This way, account information, yada yada. But your first delivery is this way,
right?
And this is note, and then I don't know what training was like. Because in training is if you get a note, hit the button, because I think the story says she went to go tell.
Yeah, because technically, isn't it like the thing is like if you getting robbed, it's to not cause a commotion. Is to put the money, just to put the bills in there because obviously bills really don't have it.
Right, but yeah, I need to.
And then they put like one of those blue things in there so when you open the bag, it just comes. That's kind of the thing. Like you still hit the button.
I still feel like it's a lack of reading for me.
Like
that's my thing. It's a lack of reading for me.
Because reading and delivery.
Because like if she has like I'm sorry, as a bank teller, if I read a note that says please take this from my checking account and to count it someplace else to remain discreet, I'm gonna flip the paper over to verified and he has his checking information.
My thing is
like
he shouldn't have went to the teller anyway. He should have went.
No, I'm not gonna put the responsibility on him because, like, as a bank teller, I'm going to the other side. Like, this is common sense to me. If I feel like I'm being, first of all, I'm gonna flip it over because it says checking account information. I need to know your checking account information. If it's on the other side, I'm like, okay, he left his checking account information. Maybe his voice could have triggered people in there. Oh, we know his voice.
No, I think I think that.
All I'm saying is this, and I know me, because when I go to the bank and I ask, and I go, and if I take out X amount, I take out X $1,000, I know for a fact that the bank teller really only holding about $2,000 in that joint. So why would I even go to a bank teller when the bank teller would have to also call the person in the room who got the key to the safe to go and open the safe to go and do this whole process? I'm gonna cut the middleman now and go to the person with the key. That's all I'm saying. I think it was both. I do believe that also. I believe that it was everybody's.
I believe that there's the delivery of it. Okay, very mad creepy. I'm not gonna hold you. Number two, reading in detail, and if you gave something like this. Because what she could have just saw and being nervous.
Yeah, what she said it on like,
you want what you mean? It might be robbed, and then you have no idea what training was. I love to hear her side of the story.
What should have put up the blip on him?
I wish you just hit the button like yo, okay. But she walked to a manager and told somebody. You get what I'm saying? So it wasn't like immediately. So then that means if she showed somebody else the note,
and they also
persuade receive the thing. That's crazy.
That's all I'm saying.
See, and then that makes me question also the race of the person that you showed the note to, because it's off in the pocket.
It could be. It have to be.
I don't know, man. We in Atlanta.
Yes, I'm going to look at the story a little bit more.
I think I will lie. It sounds very funny. It's. I can
just say a word, sir. Literally. Say a word. At least say good morning. Like, yeah, right. I didn't see the videos. I don't know if he even said good morning or he said anything.
I'm pretty sure he could have said good morning.
I don't know. No, ain't say nothing to her. Like, he
could have gave her a good morning nod.
Good morning.
Boy, I'm asking. Imagine. I'm just going to put a scenario out here.
Real quiet. Real quiet.
And then I think he had shades on.
And then he stepped back. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna do that? I'm just saying. I'm just saying out there. All I'm saying is that is different. That's all I'm saying. I'm not knocking my man. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm just saying his approach was different. It was not understood.
Make a courtesy phone call that you're coming, okay? I'm on my way. Because the bank is in Atlanta. I don't know where he lives and where his bank is. But I know one of my friends' mother was a bank teller, and they would call if somebody come in and withdraw.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Yeah, try to have the money at the desk.
But it's the quiet slide for me.
It's definitely the quiet slide for me.
Yeah, but I think that
he killed me softly with that song.
Right.
That song's doing nothing. She does me softly with that song. It's crazy.
What is it? Okay, we'll do good.
It's hilarious though.
This video, them dropping it at the funeral though too. So this girl had a whole step team dancing, dropping at the funeral.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Step it out.
You know, then if she was a stepper, you know, house of God different. It ain't nothing but a stage.
I don't know.
Because, you know, they pop locking, they dropping the preacher hollering, flipping and twerking, man.
Dirty one in the church is a little rough.
Is it a church? I'm saying
that was at a church. It's at a church in a funeral.
That's just who she was. That's who she was. I mean, you know what I mean? And so, like, if the person is a stepper, and this is one they choose that they did, they do to honor her. Listen,
not in church.
I play. Please,
Is that
listen.
I
No.
can say this, and this gonna sound controversial. It's gonna sound controversial. Then I'm gonna say it. I'm not gonna like it. Get it. Things like funerals and weddings, like the core, the church decor kind of gets lighted because it's really not about the fact that we're at church. It's the fact that we're at a funeral or we're at this, like we're here specifically for this person.
I played Bootsy.
I'm just saying.
I played little Bootsy back at a funeral.
This is what I'm saying.
I remember
But this
that.
is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
It was outrageously uncomfortable.
Several times. Okay,
That's all I'm saying is that funerals and weddings and stuff like that, it's not, the church is a stage for it.
Yeah.
And that was the most awkward little Bootsy funeral.
It wasn't that awkward.
Bruh,
It was.
it's the same funeral where the girl was wearing a blazer.
Where the titties are. Listen, this is what I'm just trying.
Wait, time out. What funeral was this at?
It was a guy named Lenny. And Lenny was a drug boy. He was out in the streets.
Yo, all I'm saying is,
not shocking.
where do you have to take these pictures out?
In a bow tie and a blazer.
Multi-blazer, no shirt on.
No bottoms. The blazer and the bow tie and some heels.
She ain't had none.
No bottoms.
She was black, maybe.
In a blazer, a bow tie, and some
Lola.
heels.
That's just who she is. And the people that know, who she is. Basically, that's not know. And what happens is when you have these things and you serve the community for real,
You go see these things.
yeah, I mean, like real talk. You're going to see it, and you can't project. Everybody got some Jesus.
No, I mean, I was just like,
Word.
oh, okay, this is how funeral's gonna be like. And then
Where was the mothers?
when complications happened and we had to find pins because the blazer didn't stay closed.
There's going to be cussing and stuff.
She didn't care. She was out here.
No, she cared because she was really out there when that button went. But I was just like, okay.
Where the extra clothes in the church? Anyway, somebody please get her a roll.
The room smelled like urban weed.
Listen, it was Hennessy and honey buns.
That was important to see it on the carpet.
No, that was outside.
Huh?
Yeah.
There's some drugs in the sea.
We got you, fam.
You'd be like, hey, okay.
Somebody get some hypnotic.
That's what I said. Hennessy and a honey bun. That's their life right there. Real talk.
Oh shoot.
Okay.
I see the second video.
Yeah, it's a what is it? I don't want to misquote it.
You made 2 videos. Same song?
Yep.
He had more animation than he just did have.
No, this one had a skinless monkey beating him up.
Oh, I see that.
He was getting mauled by a skinless monkey.
So I have a Kanye
Yep. So this is the second video.
Go ahead, Kanye. Do your thing.
Nope.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not about to knock out your first expression. I don't like you, man, right now. I'm not expressing myself. You gotta tell you, it's just let Kanye express himself. Let him express himself. Expression. Don't want to shit dog. He's getting it out.
Sure.
Playing it for the world to see it. and he's not limited to the confines of the mind of a natural human being.
Wanting to kill people in your mind. Just keep it between you and the therapist. That's all I'm saying.
He tried therapy. You gotta hear his shit, hear his song. It didn't work for him. He say it in actually the Ease video. If you listen to the lyrics, I listened to the lyrics. Kevin had played it a couple days ago. I was like, oh, he's telling y'all what it is. He's not rapping fictitiously, but he's legit rapping real life. Like, oh, this sounds okay, Kanye.
Well, what's your always?
Kanye doing new videos. Oh, Juicy Smoothie.
Juicy. When you talk about Juicy Smoothie,
Juicy Smoothie, we got him.
Juicy Smoothie, kid. Did you in jail, Juicy Smoothie? Or did you have to pay a fine? I don't know.
No.
I did 50 days.
50 days.
Juicy is going to jail for 150.
So right, you know,
He probably gonna get out in like 40 for good behavior.
Probably gonna get out in like a week. Really? What do you do?
No, they gonna let him sit a little bit.
Probably be a movie.
He got a movie there. He got a show from Power again.
No justice for Juicy. Juicy going to jail.
Juicy going to jail. What Juicy done did now?
No, and I'm laughing at the fact that he wanted his case reconsidered. Like, my dude, you got caught lying. Like, not even just lying, but terribly lying. Like, this was the worst scenario you could have did with lying.
Definitely. I'm ready to do this commercial.
Just trying to stay relevant, man. To tell people, it ain't worth it. Is it worth staying relevant if it's gonna hurt your character? Question of your life. Anyway.
Yo, it's just ridiculous. And then we have stupid people writing stuff on Facebook. Can we change the stigma of incest?
What?
It's a brother and sister that want to date.
What?
You know?
Well, the Bible did say Sodom and Gomorrah is what it said.
No, Sodom and Gomorrah was actually destroyed because of hospitality. It wasn't because of gays, because gays were already in there.
I was talking about the incest thing.
It still was. That wasn't the purpose of Sodom and Gomorrah actually being destroyed.
I know why it was destroyed. I'm putting out there that things that were happening inside the city.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. I know what's happening.
We don't realize why the pedophilia doing? And this day, at this point, wherever you feel, just be it, right?
That's what they say.
16 seconds.
It ain't right.
Separate. First, I will teach your boy before you left in the big break in the morning. What is what's up?
Really, dude?
Let's go. It's going down. J Street, Dark Knight. Listen, the conversation is jive crazy.
We're not gonna just gloss over the fact that you did that note for like 10 seconds and then we just went into Fire 716. No.
Real smooth.
You gotta be ready. So, Jesse Smoothie, the smooth, just do it.
Jesse about to be juicy in jail.
Juicy Smooth
is sentenced 150 days in jail. You know what? Where's my jail time? Real quick while I'm here. You're not gonna like me for this statement, and I can care less today.
Oh.
Your children need some jail time. So the city of Niagara Falls, in Buffalo, who've been shooting consistently.
Every day, all day.
Shooting. And somebody beat somebody up on 12th Street and left a woman in the middle of the street.
It's only 42 degrees outside, y'all.
And
that don't matter. They were shooting 18 degrees.
Get your kids. I'm gonna just be honest. When the cops come knocking and they have to pay for the decisions that they've made, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I know that's your boy, you love him. Or that's your girl, and you love her. But they got to answer for the crime. This is out of control. This is ridiculous. And if you are aware that your kids are involved in things and you have not made an attempt or a junction to stop or intervene, shame on you. I understand what work does. I understand what responsibilities are. I understand the stresses of raising children and what that takes. But you want us to do something, but you're not doing nothing. And So sorry. For the church, all I would just say that y'all would do is to provide more resources available to give the kids something to do. Stretch beyond the limitations of just your doors. You know, to travel to a place, have a meet at your church, and then hey, we're going to do a tour. We're going to do some training somewhere else at this point.
Stuff for the kids to do, man.
I'm just
I don't mind.
Yeah, and then we want to get mad because there's a video. It was something that was posted recently about a black man going to jail versus a white man going to jail. A white man committed murder and had an illegal gun and got. I might be off of my numbers. I think he might have gotten 2 years. Mm-hmm. But there was a black man who had a gun, this illegal gun, and he got 4 years. No one is shot. No one is killed. No one, but he has more time.
Yeah.
Then so
because this happens all the time.
Absolutely. So to avoid this foul behavior, there needs to be a system in place for us to legit govern our own. To challenge and to check our own and to take that. Yeah, I feel like I'm about to go into these streets, but no, to check our own and be willing to take the consequences of that. You might. I'm not gonna say that. This is not Hannibal. This is not that kind of time. Finger for finger, eye for an eye. No, but definitely. Where are the authentic Black Panthers? Not just beating the necessary. Oh, it's the white man part. But the community support, the community pressure, before the Bloods and Crips became gangster as they were.
Right. So out here giving out lunches and
keeping
the kids busy and stuff like that.
Sometimes you don't have to reinvent the wheel; you just got to reinforce it.
There you go.
Bars.
That's
right?
real. But no, because Jesse, his racism voice is diminished because you lie. Jesse was lying. Jesse, dumb. You're dumb.
Like his story made no sense.
You see what's wrong.
From beginning to end, like nobody walks out in Chicago weather in the wintertime at 3 a.m. to get a Subway sandwich.
My thing is the fact that he could describe what kind of Black person that they was. What did he say?
He said they were two white men in MAGA hats that attacked him, put a rope around his neck.
It was 2 men from Africa.
Like, and I'm not talking about like milk chocolate black. Like, I'm talking blackity black, but black. Like, dude, you're lying.
Like the black.
Oh yeah, that's that kind of black.
Wesley Snipes gums black. Like just black. And like his whole life. It was a whole nothing made sense.
Like you want fufu?
Nothing.
Yeah, he want fufu. So his voice is diminished.
I like fufu.
But there are people who are here who have an honest voice for the community, and I need y'all to rise up, stand up, and beat somebody.
His name is Frank Hanlon.
It's going down 5716. I'm getting ready for that smoke because Frank.
Bringing the fire.
You can't tell, okay? Limited filter. It's the Holy Ghost. All right, so we'll say Big Frank in the morning. Let's go.
Limited filter. It's the Holy Ghost.
Like real talk though, the illest, like when I say the illest prophecy I've ever heard Frank give, like that made me laugh, but it was like he was in full like mode. Like he was like, God said, bring me that smoke. And you know who I'm talking to.
Yeah.
He was like, God said he wants that smoke. All of it. And I was just like, that's a real thug prophecy. Like, only thugs say stuff like, yo, God said he wants that. Give me your smoke in your fight.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Bring the smoke in the fire. In the fire and the smoke. Yeah.
You provide the fire.
So no, Juicy Smouye going to jail for 150 days. 50 days. Probably gonna get out on good behavior. Kanye's new video. Skinless Monkey is.
And what's crazy was when I had Kevin Ford.
This is my thing. Kanye. The reason why I want you to stop Kanye, other than because I want you. I get it. You know what I'm saying. Still, at the same time. Kanye, I want you to chill because you making Pete Davidson more famous than he need to be. Like,
No, I want him to stop because if something legit happens to Pete Davidson,
they come to your house.
He's the number one suspect. Like, he's gonna be the number. It's like, dude, get in a car accident. They were like, yo, Kanye hire somebody to smash his car. Like, anything. Like, you number one suspect. You just made yourself guilty. You get guilty, son. Get guilty. Good morning, Sharita. Like,
Sharita. It's just all animation. It's Crips, it's Hennessy, it's Monkey.
Red monkeys.
Because it's a skinless monkey.
It's a skinless monkey.
So yeah.
The game.
Well,
skinless monkeys.
Well, you know. Blood game.
Speaking of which, do you know how much he is mad right now?
Mm-hmm.
The game is so mad. The game been mad since Super Bowl because he felt like he should have been part of it. Then he's mad. He said that he a better rapper than Eminem. Then he got mad and was like, "Yo, I'm more relevant than half these artists out here." Like the game is so mad that he is still not relevant.
They make songs to Kanye.
I think the game is so not relevant that he's fighting people to become relevant.
Right.
Like I'm trying to get somebody to get on the bandwagon to.
And because I don't think he needs to do that because I think the game could split.
Right, but
I don't think he should have been in the Super Bowl because he didn't get with Death Row. No, his connection to Death Row is 50. So like, what you talking about?
Right.
Like,
so I think that
you under 50. Like 50 and Eminem are directly under Dre.
Yeah, I don't think
it's directly under Dre.
The game is. I'm not saying that he's not a good rapper. I'm not saying that he's not good. I'm just saying he's just not relevant. No, he's just not. And therefore, to become relevant, you have to go against relevant things.
Right. Sharita said the game is having just a pretend term. He is, because he was like, yo, the reason why they ain't asked me to do a versus because nobody could beat me. The reason why they haven't asked you to do a versus because you're not relevant. Like, the last time you're relevant wasn't even for your rapping. It was because somebody posted a picture of you in your boxer shorts and your man meat print made you relevant. Like, it's all the girls saw your man meat, even though they assumed it was pre-prep. I think he prepped first and then took them photos. But still.
My thing is, QOTD is like, was there to get? Like, if there was no one for them to even have a versus against, like, the time in which it came out, the only people that were coming out when he came out was like, which 50 was already out, but he was with 50 in them, and then he had beef with 50 in them. Like, so your joint would have been with 50. But 50 ain't gonna do no verses because 50 don't care. So,
and then he said that he was a better artist than Eminem, and I'm like, and you're dumb. Like, I'm sorry.
Don't get me wrong. This game rap better than Eminem. Most people rap better than Eminem. Just that people can't put words together like Eminem can. Eminem is his hammer. And he be wordsmith.
Eminem cannot go against, like, Game cannot beat Eminem in a head for head. I don't
think Eminem should ever do a versus with anybody.
Eminem said he's never going to do a versus.
There's no reason for it because it doesn't make, I hate to say it, like, it don't make sense because how he raps, like, it wouldn't go well against anybody. Like, it just be, well, it's just because everybody's gonna take it as it's just him. Like, this is gonna take it as it's him.
Plus, like I said, the game cannot go against Eminem in a hit for hit. He will lose. He will lose. Just based on the first album alone, he will lose.
No, I ain't gonna hold that one. A lot of people can't beat Game in a versus though, because all Game gotta do is play One Blood, and I'm right here.
Like I said,
with a flag and everything.
Eminem's first album outnumbers all the Game's number one.
I go first. Game first 3 albums, fire. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I go, I go.
It's all good. Yeah, I don't like Kanye, but
the one thing, let's be clear, it's not that I don't like Kanye.
Right.
So I think that Kanye needs to seek the help that he needs.
So did the monkey really beat?
So right, yeah. So the disturbing image of the skin monkey that Kanye shared serves a reminder that there's no real difference between humans and other animals. That their lives aren't easy when abused and you kill them for food, experiments, clothing, or entertainment. In other words,
I want you to know right now, somebody else got beat for Kanye. That was not Kanye.
That was not Kanye.
Which makes sense to me because the song is it's not easy. It's the storyline. Let me preach real quick. I'm that person. The storyline of the lyrics is to let you know that life isn't easy and that it's hard. And in that same context, I'm facing one hard season right now, which happens to include my wife, my children, and this guy named Pete, who I perceive has destroyed my home. I don't know the details of the situation, might already been destroyed already. But I'm letting you know that this is a component right now that I'm fighting against because he's impeding upon, he's impeding upon the multiple desires that I'm facing, where I want to be with Kim and I want it back, therefore I get a duplicate copy of what Kim is, okay? But he's the reason why I can't press forward.
He's not the reason Kim don't want you.
Let me just tell you how we process the man side of it. I hear what you're saying, woman. That's not so woman. Who you talking to, woman? No. But granted, you know what I'm going to do, I'm going to express myself, I'm going to express how I feel on paper, and I'm going to also do it in animation, okay? And the reason why it's animation and it's not a real scenario because I can easily get a Pete lookalike and paint him and create him and easily give you a real life Compton experience. But to show you that this is not as intense as you may want it to be or assume, I'm going to show you how this animation and this claymation will work.
I'm going to say Frank, you always you're from the same points every time.
That's it.
The thing is, like Sharita said, Kanye's a bit special and needs some couch time. He does. He needs to go to counseling. But my thing is, like, if anybody watching us has a connection to Kanye, just tell him he got a friend at Fire 716. Because, like,
I don't understand the totalities of it, but I have an understanding because I tell people to do poetry and I tell them to write. Now, what Kanye has the ability to do, he has the ability to write. But not only does he have the ability to write, he has the ability of a multi-million platform of expressing the written words and to create it to something that the world can see, okay? So therefore, for my release, I'm not going to hold this in. I'm going to let out how I feel. And I said the same thing I said before. Also, to the same conversation, if you're talking to somebody about them being somebody, being different, and it's okay, and you've been doing this for the duration of his life, this man, Kanye West, is not limited to the same point. It's not limited to the limitations that you perceive that he should be. Therefore, he can create good work and express it and go crazy, have Jesus, just all this wild stuff. It is good music until now it's more personable, now it's more relatable, now it's more emotional. Wait a minute, there's a good side and there's a bad side. There's positive expression and there's negative expression. And though it comes off how it comes off to us, he need help. It's still my expression, nevertheless.
He still need help.
I'm not personal.
So. He still need help. I'm sorry. There's a way to express yourself that's not threatening the life of somebody else. That's not your, like, to me, this is stalker behavior.
This
is stalker behavior for me. Because first of all, Kim literally said, I don't want you. She literally went through the divorce, so she don't even have your last name no more. She has clearly moved on from you. And the fact that you keep targeting her boyfriend and you keep stalking her, this is stalker behavior. And because it's Kanye West, I don't care how famous you are.
It's not about being famous. It's
because of a regular note. If Daniel was doing this to another woman, he would be in jail for stalking.
No.
But because he's Kanye West,
if Daniel,
I want to say something.
I want to finance you right now.
First, she not gonna call the police because I'm fine. Okay. Plus, she gonna taste this love. I'll give
that's really abusive.
My thing is this.
Right, clear now.
Because if that same regular man had he doesn't, and this is what makes it.
I don't have no pull.
Right, no pull, and no platform. So if Daniel right now went out, right, made a video about another girl he used to talk to and beat up that person's husband, he would pay him no attention.
I try to get
It's just his expression, whatever.
Right
No, absolutely. Because how many? I'm going to pull it up over the weekend. How many videos are about somebody else or somebody who have no pull, like these low cut nothing videos? Okay, this is my expression. Yeah. Oh, get it out. Yeah. Granted, you're saying, oh, talk to somebody. Okay, talking to you ain't enough for me. I gotta let it all out.
Thank you, Sharita. She said he was not always this reckless and dangerous. This is the first level of abuse. It is.
I'll disagree, and I'm gonna tell you why I'll disagree. I believe that he's always been what he is right now, but we've always highlighted the other side called the music. Okay, and I say this even as preachers, we don't talk about the greatest stuff. We always talk about the creativeness. We always talk about, oh, this music, oh, this crazy. Okay, cool. But to the same expression of positive, there's always a negative side. Same people who got oil in the anointment of God. All this good preaching and this good hollering, yeah, and all of this going on, there's that expression, but then it's all hell when the other side come out.
I don't agree. I'm sorry, I don't agree. Because as somebody who has been around women who have been abused, this kind of behavior is how it starts. And like case in point, R. Kelly. R. Kelly got away with a lot of what he was doing because it was R. Kelly and good music. Kanye is getting away with this because it's Kanye in it. But if it was a regular dude stalking somebody, threatening them, he would be in jail. I'm sorry.
But no.
The world has given Kanye a pass because it's Kanye.
Well, not necessarily because watch it. If it was really a threat,
we got beat up.
Now he got beat up. But there's something called the police, and it's about filing stuff. Okay, so because Judge Joe Mathis would say, if you was really scared about your life, if you was really afraid, you'll call the police.
But she has.
On the Negroes.
Because Kanye hasn't threatened Kim. Where is that? He's threatened P. He loves Kim. He wants her back. He moved across the street. He built a house, tore it down. He did a lot. Not because he wanted to kill or hurt her.
That was extreme.
But I want you, okay?
That's still stalking. I'm sorry. You stalking somebody. I don't care.
I got kids. I'm over here for my kids, okay? I got kids, easy access. Because the problem that I had was I won't let security come in between me and my kids because this ain't that kind of relationship. Give me access to my children, my kids, because we got 4. I'm across the street.
She does have a restraining order, Erica. That's why he has to have monitored visits with his kids. Sharita says, I disagree. What he's doing is stalking and voyeurism, which is abusive behavior. And I agree. It really is abusive behavior.
Kanye, be great. Be great. I'm not saying that, okay, and I get stalking, but my thing is I'm not gonna knock his expression. This is just been frank because we talked about it. Oh, express yourself. Oh, how you feel. Granted, and my thing is just that his method is 100% publicized to the world and to the millions and to the world. Oh, boys to the young inbox saying what's up. This Kanye just saying the DM for the public. Direct messaging to the world. I'm exaggerating.
Let the world know. Hey guys, I don't like these.
It's like to me, like I said, this is destructive.
I see it being extra, but as Frank as also put, yes, it's extra, but it's only extra. It only don't seem like it's only seem extra because he got the money.
Absolutely. He has the money to do extra what an average person doesn't have the money to do.
Right. It's extra.
And watch it. We know it's
extra. It is wrong.
Right. And if he really wanted to kill someone, he could easily call. You ain't got to. No, if TMZ can find you going anywhere, could have called a young one.
From the shy, what? Flew him out. Flew him out to the joint in a private. You know what I'm saying?
Erica said he can't deal with it. Can't deal that she has someone else. Meanwhile, he's on his 3rd girlfriend. I think it's more about control than really wanting Kim back as a person. Sharita said, as a trained domestic violence professional, Kanye is exhibiting classic abusive behaviors. Period. I agree.
You can agree all day. I'm going to say, as an artist who's sensitive about my who's that? Everybody do? I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about I'm not that female. In other words, and granted, very much be, but I just believe what I see far as the music delivery aspect of it is just is an artist expressing himself as an artist should. Because if you listen to the music of people such who are doing the whole hard rock metal, more intense stuff, we talk about killing, suicide, it's a whole lot of stuff going on. A whole lot of stuff going on. So I don't knock the expression of music in its expression. I don't knock that. I do think that maybe his stalking for Kim is just too much. Because she ain't even know.
I was gonna say that was one thing. I was like, bro,
she's very beautiful, intelligent, and basically all at the same time. So it's like, go ahead, keep going. But then again, you don't know that 10-year relationship or what was instilled, what was imparted, what was exchanged.
But you know, her family crazy. And
my personal. This is my more personal. I believe that that the Kardashians attempt to hijack the black culture and then try to resell it to ourselves. So I'm really not a fan. My wife loves them. I don't like that she loves them, but she is what she is. Be great. From the Jenners to the Kardashians, I just feel like that the way that they do, I feel like they just take the culture of that which is black, try to rebrand it and sell it out themselves. Mm-hmm. Your big lips don't come natural like that because they belong to us. So you just So that's just my own personal Kardashian situation.
I don't care for Kardashians either, but I don't promote stalking.
Listen,
I don't.
I don't think
because it's not just the music. It's not just the easy videos. It's the I'm gonna show up the places where you are with your boyfriend. I'm gonna bring flowers to your house on Valentine's Day. Like when a person says,
I don't listen. Why do we forget? I've been in love. I've been
showing up to places that your boyfriend gonna show up to. I don't know so much about that because Kanye also works in those same circles. So technically, people not saying that Kanye.
Yeah, you got to be aware.
I'm just saying, like, let's be real. Kanye do fashion, do music,
he got me
produce. I'm saying, do a lot of stuff.
And then I'm not
gonna say that people don't invite Kanye.
And then I'm going to say this because it's real cute for the hopeless romantic that I'm going to try a door. Oh, he's still trying. Yeah, but I'm over that. This is the phase of heartbreak where you want to get back what you lost. That's a real phase. It's a real thing. And as a man, it flows different for us. It doesn't come immediately. It comes 3, 4, 5 months after. 6 months after.
4 or 5 months.
No, but watch it. This once again, it's a process. We're not talking about a 2-year relationship. A 10-year relationship and commitment, okay, that you're now trying to dissolve in a matter of 2 or 3 years' time. Unfortunately, you go ahead and paint the bear, whatever, the monkey or whatever. Frank has been a hopeless romantic. I've been there. I've been where it is. He has the money to execute my pursuit. So it's more.
You will be okay if I broke up with a dude. He was showing up where I was. He was stalking me. He was threatening my boyfriend. He was threatening me. He was like, "Yo, you won't be mine regardless." Would you be okay?
Now tell me this. Where has he? We got to pull it up because I haven't seen it yet. I'm not saying that. But he has threatened Kim. Now
he's been like you. He said on his Instagram, "I'm getting you back. You coming back home to me. You coming home."
That's a nigga in love. Listen to me. I understand the abuse of our, and it can be very much so.
Would you be okay if somebody did that to me?
He liked you. Whatever you did,
so you would be okay if some dude did that to me.
Absolutely.
And your brother rights are gone.
and you feel sad. Oh my God, he just.
I want to say the whole song.
But I get it. You gotta get up.
Kevin said I'm making this a clip.
Yeah, because I'm gonna just talk. Let me just talk Frank with no money. Okay, then put Kanye on it. Okay. We decided to break up.
Right.
Granted, right? Boom. It's over. We've done. Bam. In that meantime, I go holler at a friend. Okay? Bam. But I still want my lady back because I still love my lady. So I pretend, and this is just my time, for a few months, I'm good. I'm Gucci without you. But the truth of the matter is that I want you. So I'm still calling and sending flowers because I want you. I understand that you're talking to the tall people with basketball. You go to my church as well. I don't win and talk to them and tell them, let the best man win. I've been here and I've done that. So yes, I've sent letters of love to you because I want you back. I proclaim, I pray, I've been there. Now this is Frank with no money, okay? I've gone to that route. I've talked in advance, like, no, I want you back. I went on platforms and I said things like that. I know what it's like, and you can call it stalkerage, or you can call it somebody who's definitely in love with somebody, and I love her and I want her back, and this is the heartbreak phase that I'm going through, which then yielded, for me personally, 2 years of depression and denial, then a year of acceptance that it's really over. So it took you 3 years to finally come to the conclusion and to get over a love that you had a while back. Absolutely. Now take that same person with money. I'm going beyond. I'm going to go so far beyond that I'm going to prove to you that I'm not about to just show up and say I'm here. No. How here am I? I'm across the street. Okay? Yeah. I bought that across the street to show you that this is how close I'm trying to be with you. Yeah. You got the man named Pete. I'm not stunting Pete. I'm not afraid of Pete. I will knock Pete out. Okay? Translated to Frank, I will knock out the tall bass. I'm not stunting him. He don't stop my pursuit to want to be with you.
But if he was irrelevant, why are you making videos about killing him?
Because he's in my way. Okay? It's not
if he's irrelevant, if somebody is irrelevant, you don't give them energy.
No, it sounds good. It sounds good.
That's okay.
It sounds good.
As a dude, I've been everybody so like somebody could be irrelevant to me, but if they still in my general area, in my space, I'm like, yo, I need to move this rock.
Gotta move the rock. Not because it's Pete, because Pete, who Pete is by himself, I don't care. But Pete is in the way. Pete is in the way of what I really want. So now I got to dismiss Pete. So when I end up doing it, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and reduce my physical attack on y'all. I'm gonna say my words in interviews. I don't care. You got 15 seconds, and also I'm gonna put these lyrics and express myself that way. Therefore, Pete, now you in the casket. Now you on the ground. You ain't dead yet, but you're growing roses, and I got a monkey beating you up, but you ain't seen your face. It's just your shirt. Prove to me that it's Pete in the first place.
Because he said Pete on it.
Because it's a brand. First, I will see your boy Big Frank. You're like in the Big Frank in the morning. I am cutting up this morning. Like everybody's uncle. Okay, when I say cutting up, I am cutting up. You know, I'm a kind of defender.
He really is. Like to the point that, like, you know, I'm trying to wonder if I'm safe with my brother over here.
Because what it is, and this is just the truth. As I be as aggressive as I am. The truth is that yes, stalking is real. Yes, abuse is a real thing. Verbal, mental, emotional, and physical is very a serious thing. And I just know what it's like to have fallen in love, to be in love, have love fade, to pretend like you're okay, and then to really be a hopeless romantic. Hopeless romantic sounds just a whole lot more smoother than saying I'm a stalker.
But he's in detail, he is a stalker. And I legitimately, as a woman, you know what I'm saying, as a woman, I would feel uncomfortable if the relationship is over, I tell you it's over, and you continue, let me finish, you continue to keep showing up in different places, or you're threatening the person I'm with because he's quote unquote in a way, grow up. If it's over, it's over.
It's different. It's different.
No,
I'm gonna tell you why it's different.
If a female does it, men will dog them. If a female shows up to your house or threatens your new girl, she's stalker, she crazy. See, I should have never had a baby with her. When a man does it, like Kanye, but it's Kanye, he in love. That's bullcrap. I'm sorry.
No, because she's in love too.
She's not in love. She's not in love.
Before you go, Daniel, I'm gonna say this real quick because this is the challenge here too. Because we have 4 kids together. And as a man, I take it as every woman pay attention to this, what I'm about to say right now. Because if you provide me a door to assume that there's a chance I'm going to work it.
She closed the door.
No, shut up. I just don't agree. Because behind the scenes, and no, shut up, like,
He's getting off here, bro.
No, because watch it, because the media, we get the one side that's displayed, but you're not getting that private conversation. You're not getting that. Because I'm gonna pick up my kids. But as a man, I'm telling you, as a man, if I'm in love with you and you give me the unction or the thought, hey, big head, and you reply, I'm gonna work it. Now, y'all go ahead.
But okay, so I'm gonna read some of the comments. One person said, women are different though. When she says she's done. And if she no longer wants you, let it go.
Not real, but yes.
Another person, Kev said, get thee behind me, Satan. But Sharita said, I've been through this, and it's very uncomfortable when someone says, leave them alone. Leave them alone.
It sounds good, but it's not real.
That to me,
not real.
That's not. That is not acceptable.
Go ahead, Dave. Go ahead.
I was just going, right? Because we got you know. I was gonna say that, you know, usually when a girl like go crazy about it, no, I'll say it this way: when a girl go crazy about it, you know, they do things, you know, like destroy your property and stuff. Now see, that's taking too far. I see Kanye ain't break nobody's property none. So in my eyes, he ain't. Well, he doesn't say that he ain't gonna fire. But anyway, I'm still talking. But at the same time, Kanye without money, like he's saying, will be saying as a simp. And everybody be calling him, yo, bro, you really simping over here. You simping, bro. Like, well, bro, you simping over her, bro. I thought he was over, bro. You simping. But now, Kanye with money, right? He crazy.
No,
because if a regular guy did this, if the boyfriend, the dude would be in jail. I'm sorry. If a regular person did this, we gave him a pass because he's a celebrity.
No, because
my man's out here loving everybody. I'm like, yo, you out here really.
If a man was in love with you and he loved you for real, sincerely, and it didn't work out, and for real, he's good. The timeline for a man is different from a woman. I'm gonna say it just like this: when a woman says that she's done, absolutely that she's done, so who makes that decision. But the timeline for that, because even when it's over, she may try to get it back and make it happen. But when she says she's done, she's done. And I get that. But the man will say he's done, but he's not done. They have to come back and readdress the fact that I'm really not done. He flexes first to pretend like, yeah, it's okay. You might think it's good, but the truth of the matter is, 3 months after that, or time from after that, no, I really miss my whatever. That's when you get that text message, that DM or whatever. And to Daniel's point, and this is just a real conversation, because if a regular person did what Kanye did, and I'll exempt him from the stalking every location, it will be somebody that's in love who's trying to persuade you that it's good over here. But because it is Kanye and he has money, it is extreme. Now, the problem with having money is that you can execute what it is that you want to do. It's differently saying, you know, yeah, I love you, but I love you so much that I'll be where you are and I'm available to you, but I don't have enough money for me to get up and move across the street for you. Money run like that. I ain't got first, last, and security. So I just get it as a human being. I'm just saying that this is Kanye extreme, 100%, no doubt about it. Could it be abusive? Oh, 100%, absolutely. But I understand. I get it. I've been in there.
That's for me. That's a no. It's a no for me, and I understand you saying that men's process is different from women, and I'll acknowledge that because I'm not a man, so I can't say that the processes are the same. But what I'm saying is, as much as when you told the situation when you were situating in your situation, and the girl said stop, and you automatically stop, it should be the same way with Kanye.
It's not real.
When Kim said I'm done. Leave me alone.
Now that's what you think she said. Now
leave her alone.
Now the question is, because, and this is going to be a real statement. Now you can say, "Oh yeah, I'm done. Leave me alone." But in the next conversation, you engage in the conversation, and you open up a door. All that door is still there. Because just in this, and y'all may not like this, but it's just real relationships. So learn it if you don't know it. Just because you said that you're done, doesn't mean that I'm not persuaded that I still can. It doesn't dismiss the fact that I still love you. It doesn't dismiss the fact that I still want you.
But there's limits, and he passed all them limits.
We say that.
When she got a mediator, like, I don't even trust you in the house by yourself. I need to have a mediator with us and the kids. That should have been that's a solidified, nigga, I can't trust you because I don't believe that you healthy. This is not safe. Leave us alone.
That is us projecting. That's the reason why. Okay.
She said it. Her mother said it. Her sister said it. They all said it.
They're all the same people. Her mama home too. I just that's irrelevant. I just heard Kim and them say on the show that I don't like watching that I watch when my wife became occasionally that.
But they all said it. No, like they all said it like, yo, this is why, because his unhealthy behavior is the reason why we have a mediator, because I don't trust him in the house with me or with the kids.
And my question is, why is it unhealthy? Is it unhealthy because, you don't feel safe, or the fact that I'm not limited, once again, to the restrictions that you think I should have concerning us, my children, and you? Because what did he say? He said that Chabelle said, he said, I'm a dope artist and I do dope, SHIT. Right. His mental concept is definitely different. Y'all do hear me. Y'all share this video a lot. Y'all share this a lot.
Kevin said, "Facts don't come to me telling me he ain't me and how much he do and don't do, because now I'm making my move."
It's a real place. Y'all don't want to.
Yeah. If you were, I'm just saying, if you saw that from woman perspective, your whole the weight training thing, it would be different because that's uncomfortable for a woman. When I was stalked by a woman that didn't even live here, and that was uncomfortable. So imagine being in the same space. That's dangerous.
Danger you, love for me, because I want you. And I need you. Okay? Because listen, everybody want the preacher so they get the real story.
Okay. As a guy named Daniel, I just don't.
Listen.
I don't care enough about these.
Did we stalk you? No, not necessarily. No, because Frank been president. I think I might have stalked one. I'm not even stalking Jesus with my church, you know. Don't church stuff is different. Be careful.
Always be in love with people that's in love with me. You know?
Come on, that's a good word. That's a good word. Listen, this is boy Big Frank. You like to Big Frank in the morning. If you want now, we get back. Our final talk. We only got a few minutes, but yeah,
we'll be back in a couple minutes. I'm only in love with people that's in love with me.
They be like, I'm not listening to this man preach nowhere else. He is out of control. I just reduced the extremity of Kanye. What's crazy. I'm not even a Kanye fan.
You just go.
I just go with the. No, I yeah. Don't ask me about no CDs. I ask me about no Don one. I want to see what they promote. But
you just going here.
It don't say my shut up offenses. I do apologize for that. You know, I do shut. My last radio host, you okay?
Yeah.
Shut up. My Lady D checked me one time. Why you say shut? Because it's so aggressive. I said, I know. Shut up. I don't want to be. They're like, oh, what are you doing? You better shut up.
No, God had you. God had you.
If I felt some type of way.
You like, I'm like, listen, like, yo, like, I have never known growth until like, like, where I was just like, oh, okay, nothing came out. Okay, good.
Oh, look at God.
No, my shut up be intense. They be intense. They don't mean much, but I be loud. Shut! Because it's not just like shut up. Like it's shut up.
He said it with all his heart. I was like,
so so I had a radio show on the other station. Myself and Solar, and we used to go at it. We went to this cafe. That Bishop used to come. That's when Bishop used to come. But we used to go at it all the time. Like they just made the show what it was. I'm like, yeah, it's crazy. But Kanye, I do have to do Kanye help. Absolutely, I do his expression just.
Kanye need a hug.
He need a hug.
Where is the mothers in the church to come talk about
Kanye? Oh, Kevin, if you watch it, definitely. Go feel free to
make a clip out.
Make a clip out of that. Send it out and just get our likes up, our numbers up.
I'm just
okay. I'm gonna check on her. She just said this combo is the most complete trigger no, and I understand where she's coming from.
Yeah.
But no,
it's going
you know, yeah. So yeah,
crazy.
Somebody need to tag Kanye on this post. Because we need answers.
We be like, yo, Frank, I'm gonna give you $1 million right now.
You know what I'm saying? Come on. You know, if God goes send it, I'm gonna take it.
The wealth of the wicked is laid up for the okay? Laid up. I cause men to give into you. Well, come on, Lord. Release my money unto me. Money come to me.
Got here looking for it. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I gotta stop laughing at stuff because I just trying to think something. Oh man, John would have loved this.
He's at work?
Yeah. Start get to the weekend. He started working.
Trina said, y'all, wow, not money come to me. Wow.
No, in fact.
I mean,
you know, I don't
know how I feel because he'd be like, oh, that girl that was on there was a opposing me?
No,
About her.
No, because I tell people all the time that no, I am the antagonist, and I have to be the antagonist. Just create controversy. It's not
the thoughts and views of Frank Hanley alone is not a reflection of fire. Yeah.
Okay.
Even though I'm contemplating if I'm going.
No, definitely, because I am the antagonist. And you got to be that random that third spot. Now, obviously, I can't wait. Also, because side note, I need a morning show host that is the ratchet female. That is like, OD, forget Jesus. I'm so sorry, guys. Forget the Lord. Like she's just all the way just ratchet thinking, because there's just a different mental dynamic of the company. And I use the word ratchet because that's a common word, but just somebody who thinks outside of the confines of that's this role I play. And I do the same thing with the Bible. Not as a great, I do the same thing with the Bible. Take your sight. It's just in trouble. Like, dang, what are you looking
yeah. Ratchet female with the
diet. Listen, I got somebody in my mind. I don't know their
conversations that we have it already.
Already
Right. That's what I'm like.
She's gonna be out here cussing the star.
All right, we gotta work on that. But definitely, because I keep telling you, like, as even as a preacher and as God's servant, the assignment of the radio station is for community. So it's the different diversity is all. So it is the woman's point of view. It's the man's point of view. It's the church point of view. But it's also got to be the street point of view. It has to be the diversity of just thoughts around the table, because people that's watching, everybody different. Everybody thinks the same. For example, like the girl we talked about at the funeral, we had a little bosom out.
There wasn't. It was a lot of bosom.
It was a whatever. All it did was covering the.
It was covering the areola. That was it.
You know.
That's all that.
The double breasted was down there.
That's all that was covered with the areola and the nip. Everything else was out.
And but then there's people like that though, who's just like, oh, I'm not even in church like this, but who just feel like this is how I am, who I am, you know. Because it was the whole strippers corner at the church over there. Hey, all that supported. Jesus. But that's loose. Y'all okay out there in the world?
We got 3 solid followers right now. We got 3 solid people that stuck with us.
Oh, hilarity as it ensues. I enjoy myself. I gotta get gas for real.
I gotta get gas. Okay, I thought we get gas in the morning. I woke up and
I want to use this credit card, Lord. But it's looking. I'm going up beyond. Go beyond.
To the 4 people who endured this conversation, we thank you.
I hope you laughed at the intensity.
Fire 716, your boy Big Frank, like in the Big Frank in the morning. What it is, what's up? It's going down, y'all. The conversation has been hot and heavy, hot. I've been cutting up. I told my folks to shut up. That's how intense it was. And you know, I had to publicly apologize for that, because I get heated, I get hot in the moment. And
he found out how much I do the Lord. Because Jessica, when he first met Jessica, would have been a different response.
Because I'm not gonna hold you. And for those who were not, I don't know if we were on the air or not.
We were not.
Because the intensity of the shut up is not subtle. It's just, I'm gonna give you an example. So just shut up. And it can appear more aggressive. It's audible than it's fast.
It was Ron Isley in the Contagious video. But you know, when you have a relationship with somebody, you don't wig out on them on air. So like, you know.
I definitely don't want to get, because I'm not gonna hold you. I've been doing good for the last couple of months. But shut up used to be a phrase. I've been working on it for a long time. But we were talking about Kanye. You know, I'm a low key Kanye defender apparently. Apparently, you know, not intentionally. He just happened. I understand love, but he needs help. Let's pray for Kanye for real. What's your final thought though? A final thought. We gotta get out of here. We gotta go.
Stalking is wrong. So stop it. That's my final thought. I don't care how much you love somebody. No means no. That's my final thought.
Good. Daniel, that night.
Daniel's dark Our night is dying.
I have had a day today. That's all I'm gonna say. I have had a day today. Final thoughts. Oh no, I'm gonna say something deep, right? Be like Peter and get off the boat.
Miss Mary Mac, all dressed in black, had 16 buttons going down her back.
I wonder if he listened to
Okay.
before.
Okay.
Okay.
I remember the next phrase. What did she do?
She asked her mother for 15 cents.
She asked her mother for 15 cents.
What the hell said?
To see the elephant jump over the fence. It jumped so high, it touched the sky. It never came back to the 4th of July. Lie. In other words, know where you're going, know what you're investing into, and know what it takes to really see that thing prosper, do well, or fall. Okay? How you get that from that? Don't ask me no questions, because what I realize is that sometimes we assume a thing and we get involved in things, and even with people, with an assumption and not understanding the totality of really what we're going to invest in. So I would encourage you, number one, get saved, meet the Lord for real, know Jesus for real, and prayer and discernment is not just for the word of God, but let you know how to navigate and to move in this thing called life, because you're going to have to tap into, here we go right here, another realm, okay? You got to tap into another level of living, because if not, you will find yourself settling and dealing with mediocre people who cannot contain or hold you. Come on, elephant to the sky. Because there are certain things that just cannot keep you limited to certain things. So the fences that are around you can't hold you, but you got to know your investment. The little girl, 15 cents to see an elephant over the fence. It wasn't worth it, okay? Because, hey, he jumped. He's gone. Now he's back. All right, that was in and out, y'all. Y'all just make sure y'all check who y'all invested in and what y'all doing with your time in your life. It's going down, y'all. Big Frank in the morning. How about y'all with y'all on Friday? Monday, thank you. Days are different. Listen, for advertisement, give us a call, 716-371-2780. Also, give me a call, 716-371-2780.
Oh, and karaoke is canceled.
Karaoke is canceled. We're not going to do karaoke. The priorities is just different going forward for the station and my life. So, Big Frank in the morning. I'll holler at y'all. Peace, love, and soul.
Karaoke cancel. That's cool.
All right, y'all. We gotta go. Deuces. We see y'all Monday.
Still don't